Come on, please be a success. It is. Oh, yes, that's a glorious success. We got ourselves a kidney. And Igor here, you know, -30, his organ was harvested. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because he's getting a +50 mood modifier from just attending parties. Consequently, it's all good. We got ourselves a free kidney. Welcome to Rimworld, the premier space organ harvesting and Warcrimes simulator. Today, we're going to be exploiting the game into giving us an infinite supply of fresh and tasty organs in the form of course, very willing interns. Now, you might be asking, Spiff, why do we want to violate the Human Rights Act of 1998 and the Geneva Convention? Well, not only is it going to make us fantastically rich, but it's also going to show off how much of a happy and friendly game Rimworld is. Because you see, a few days ago, the Australian government banned this game on Steam, citing that the depiction of drugs and war crimes will influence players to become war criminals in real life. This is, of course, preposterous. I mean, look at me. I have hundreds of hours in Rimworld, and I've only been tried at The Hague twice for totally fabricated claims of running a so-called kidney requisition company. Welcome to the world, ladies and gentlemen. We are right in the center of it, just west of the Grey Hamster Sea. This is our lovely settlement of Disneyland. We are, of course, part of the faction of Organs for You, from You. Now, why are we called Disneyland? Well, quite simply, we want as many people to join our colony as possible, and it feels the best way to do so is to trick people into believing they've signed up to Disneyland. But who on earth is behind this money-making and organ harvesting operation? Well, of course, it's none other than our favorite Jeff Bezos. He's a master trader, and he's here to make copious amounts of money. He's, of course, assisted by Dr. Organs and Intern Wrangler, and their jobs are pretty self-explanatory. Now, what on earth is our setup, and why is it so strange? Well, this is the ideal setup in order to gain infinite organs. But how on earth are we actually going to get organs and new people to join and visit Disneyland? Well, it's quite a challenge because the game doesn't usually throw you that many people. I mean, they will, it's just going to happen over the span of quite a few hours, and Jeff is not a patient individual. We're not going to wait for the game to give us new visitors. No. We are going to summon them using our ideology. Say hello to the Amazon Ideology, a supremacist faction that believes organ use is perfectly acceptable. Now, this is a very special ideology for two main reasons. Number one, it's a fluid ideology, which means we're able to continuously reform it for dubious reasons. And number two, we have a whole bunch of custom rituals that are all dance parties. Now, all of these parties are identical. We can host them at any time, and the way they work is if the party is a success, we have a 50% chance of a random recruit of the same ideology joining our colony. That's right, if the party is a success, someone will join the colony. Now, if we were to hold a party right now, there's an 87% chance of success. Success, of course, being either the party was fun or unforgettable. The difference is negligible, it's just a mood modifier. But if it is either of those things, there's a 50% chance we get ourselves a new colonist, who's of course going to join our colony with a full array of organs. Meanwhile, if it's a bad party, well, we have a 17% chance that everyone who participates in the ritual will get a -1 mood modifier for 6 days. But this isn't actually bad at all for one very sneaky reason, which I'll get into later. Right, now I've just installed and powered 6 loudspeakers, which now means if we're to host ourselves a party, it is going to be a 100% quality party, which means we have an 80% chance of a positive result. So it's time to make sure everyone eats some food, and then what we're going to do is host ourselves a party. We're going to start, of course, off with internship offers. And here goes the party. It's, of course, absolutely glorious. Everyone just kind of stands around and has a wiggle. It looks very fun. And, of course, it's going to be a glorious success. Oh, no, it's boring. Great, well, everyone gets a -1 mood modifier, but that's okay because we can just immediately have a Prime member party. So off of the back of the first party, we're going to have another one, which is, of course, absolutely fine. I'm sure it won't drive anyone insane to just have endless parties, and of course, it was an unforgettable party. What does this mean? Well, we get 2 development points for our lovely ideology, but more importantly, every participant gets +16 mood for the next 6 days, which of course completely counteracts the first negative party. Sadly, we didn't roll the 50% chance of getting a new colonist, but don't worry, we can just have another party, which is exactly what we're going to do. Yes, just have a big old jump around, guys. Wiggle. Oh my goodness, we just got ourselves a fantastic opportunity. The Empire wants us to look after a solitary countess who is currently being chased by a man-hunting raccoon. Well, naturally, we're going to accept this quest for Jeff, and we've been joined by this countess over here. Now, she's going to be a little bit special because she has a level 6 Psylink because, well, she's part of the Empire. And what we're going to do is we're going to draft her up and simply run her over to our area. And naturally, of course, she's getting chased by the man-hunting raccoon that was after her. But don't worry, we've got our intern wrangler here here too, of course. Shoot that raccoon. Right now, thankfully, because we have this lovely additional person, we can now actually have a party with 4 participants. There we go. That's an even greater party. It's time for the party of Supreme Jeff to begin with our brand new friend in attendance. Hopefully it's going to be a successful party. And what would you know it is? A wanderer would like to join our party. And naturally we're going to accept their offer. And now, wabam, we have La, a random woman who comes with an auto pistol. Lovely. Okay, now we've gotten into a few fights but fixed ourselves up, and we're now in a situation to do some very silly things. Namely, it's time for us to convert Jeff into being the great ethicist, the leader of our ideology. And so, wabam, the role change shall now begin. He shall become the lord of this lovely empire. Yes, Jeff, yes, lead our ideology of organ stealing. There we go, lovely stuff, successful role change. And after that, we can also host ourselves a party. Now, of course, you'll notice, hang on a second, we can only host a party every 20 days, otherwise the game goes crazy. As you can see, because we've performed recently, we get a minus 71% modifier. There's just an issue. Even though we're being hit by a negative 71% for performing recently, we're getting these positive modifiers here. 4 participants, meaning we get a plus 16%. The active loudspeakers are giving us plus 30, the light ball 20, and the room impressiveness is also giving us just under 20. This means that we have well over still a 50% chance of the party being fun or at least unforgettable. And this is likely to cause more people to join our faction. Go on, be a successful party. Let's go, let's go. And no, it was terrible. Okay, that's -3 for everyone, but don't worry, we can just immediately have another party. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And let's see how it is. It was a fun party. Okay, everyone is happy. We get a development point, but more importantly, it was successful. Sadly, we didn't get another colonist, but that's okay because we can just let everyone eat their dinner and, of course, immediately host ourselves another Praise Jeff party. Come on, I want to get myself a colonist. We basically have a 25% chance every time we have one of these parties to get a new colonist, and wabam, we've got one. He's called Igor, and naturally we're going to accept him, welcome him even. He's apparently the brother of Intern Wrangler. We never knew. That's fantastic. But more importantly, the fact that he's here is even better because he adds even more of a percentage chance of success thanks to the fact that we have more participants than ever before. Also, everyone is now permanently happy because, as you can see, Fun Party is giving us a plus 19 mood modifier. After all, having more parties is more good. So now with more colonists than ever before and a steady supply of food, it's time for us to have another ritual dance party, which of course has about a 27% chance of getting us a new colonist. So that's exactly what we're striving towards. And lo and behold, it was a fun party. Everyone gets plus 8 and we get ourselves a new colonist. Say hello to Miranda. Well, we've now gained 3 colonists very quickly. What's she like? Well, her liver is pretty much infected, meaning she's going to be permanently in immense pain. But hey, she's a colonist and she's quite good with intellect, so that means we're going to set her to work as the head researcher. But more importantly, another colonist means more chances of success because with 6 participants, that's now plus 25%. Okay, now we're very much headed on our resource game. We have a huge amount of food stockpiled up, so naturally it's time for us to have more parties and, of course, just boost all of our colonist feelings up into the stratosphere. So we're going to do ourselves another lovely internship offers. We're also setting up over here a very unique area. This is going to be the lovely operating area where people can naturally come and sit down and watch as the organ operations take place. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just spoken to Jeff Bezos himself, and he's just told me that thanks to overwhelmingly new unexpected numbers of interns, we have a massive surplus of organs to give out. Consequently, the first 5,000 people to like this video will receive a free kidney. That's right, we won't even ask any questions about what you intend to use your kidney for. So why not like the video today? And wabam, that was a successful party. Everyone loved it. It was an unforgettable party. Yay! And a brand new wanderer's joined us. It's Nibbles. Say hello to Nibbles, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and of course, because we've now hit all of our ideology points, we can reform our ideology. So we'll do that. We're going to go hop to this menu and press reform. We can now add ourselves a brand new meme. Now, interestingly, we're going to be able to reset all of our parties, and that means we also reset all of the cooldowns on them by just quite simply removing each and every one of them and then re-adding in all of our ritual dance parties. So bam, we can now press done and our ideology has been completely reformed, and in 12 successful parties time we can reform it again. But remember, because we reformed it, the cooldown on all of these parties has ended, meaning it's time for even more parties, this time with an 80% chance of success, meaning we have over a 1 in 3 chance of getting ourselves a new colonist now. And would you look at it, of course, we got ourselves a new colonist. Lovely. It was another unforgettable party, and bam, we got ourselves Berg. Let's go check out Berg. What's she like? She's got incredibly low expectations and it's bloody warm. But hey, she's here. So now with even more people here, it only logically makes sense that we have even more parties. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So it's time for us to have a party of dominance. Why not? And hopefully more people will join the colony. We're pretty much just hyper growing this colony out way faster than we should be able to. And it's made incredibly easy by the fact that everyone who goes to these fun parties just has amazing mood modifiers. And wabam, Vanaminin is about to join our party. They are very happy. Look at that. This person has a go juice addiction, but otherwise, you know, they're great. They're going to do fantastic. I think it's also time for us to start harvesting organs because we are now in the prime position where harvesting an organ is going to not cost us at all. Say hello to Igor here. Igor has been to 2 unforgettable parties, meaning for the next 5 days plus 28 mood modifier. So that means that Igor here is going to be completely and utterly happy when we harvest his left kidney. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So Igor's going to lie down and then the lovely Dr. Organs here is going to just have a nice little meal and now he's going to go remove a body part. So we're going to begin the lovely operation. Meanwhile, Intern Wrangler is just having a chat about playing chess apparently, whilst the doctor harvests an organ. And come on, please be a success. It is. Oh yes, that's a glorious success. We got ourselves a kidney. And Igor here, you know, negative 30, his organ was harvested, but in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter because he's getting a plus 50 mood modifier from just attending parties. Consequently, it's all good. We got ourselves a free kidney. Anyway, we just need him to wake up and get out of the bed and then we can immediately start harvesting more organs. So we've managed to take out quite a few organs, but now we're going to take out even more. So we're now going to harvest another kidney from Miranda here. So Miranda, go lie down. And then our lovely doctor's going to go and steal an organ or 2. Fantastic stuff. What a glorious success. We've managed to get ourselves 3 kidneys in the span of a very short period of time. And of course, more impressively, the people who are having their kidneys taken don't even mind. Right, and now I think it's time for us to host yet another party. This time we've got around about a 25% chance of getting a new colonist, so should be a good party. Everyone's here having a grand old time with Jeff. He's telling them, hey, we're gonna borrow your organs. Don't worry, don't ask questions about it. Just enjoy the party. That's the Disneyland guarantee. Yes, it was a boring party, but it's okay. We can have another party straight away. Ah, lovely. You know what, I've realized, given the fact that a whole bunch of people are arriving at their colony and then just mysteriously disappearing and having their organs taken, we might not be getting the best TripAdvisor reviews. And many people might start believing that this isn't actually Disneyland and that maybe it's not a good idea to go and work for Amazon. Consequently, yeah, we need some kind of PR campaign. I've got it. Go into the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, and all type out, I love Disneyland and I love Jeff Bezos. They 100% would never take my kidneys. There you go. With such a lovely, honest and truthful and loving review like that, people are guaranteed to come visit us. Ah, it's perfect. Also, I've realized that our colony value now is higher than I'd like it to be, which technically makes the parties ever so slightly more difficult. Now, there are a few ways of dealing with the colony value. We could load up a large amount of goods, put them onto a caravan, and simply move them into the tile next door to us, consequently breaking the game's value indicator and lowering our colonists' expectations. Or alternatively, we can do something a little bit cheeky. And by that I mean we're going to take all of the organs from an individual and then perform a ritualistic sacrifice, because we can. Now, in order to have a ritual execution, we actually need to have prisoners, which means we need to designate a holding cell, which in our case is just going to be a tiny sleeping spot in the freezer. And then we need to start taking the rest of these organs. So the lovely Berg here has had their kidneys taken, so naturally we need to take the next best thing, the lung. So we're going to take their lung and then we're going to have a ritualistic execution of them. And this execution is going to make everyone happy and completely forget the fact that we've just murdered one of our own colonists, because that's just perfectly balanced. Anyway, Berg, you've served us well, but you're getting sad. So thank you for your kidney, but now it is, I'm afraid, time to have you arrested. We're going to have Igor, the legendary person, come here, strip them down of all of their clothes, and then arrest them whilst, of course, they're unconscious, meaning we have a 100% chance of success. And then now that they're arrested, we can now begin the public execution. So it's time for the public execution. We all love a good public execution. Now that Berg has donated all of her organs, 'tis only natural that we absolutely lob off her head. And there we go. It was a satisfying public execution. Anyway, I guess it makes sense for us to do a lovely dance party to celebrate and potentially get ourselves another fresh set of organs. Also, I'm noticing Igor is very happy at the moment in terms of his needs, so we're gonna have to take one of his organs because he's forgotten forgotten about that time we removed his other kidney. And would you know, it was a fun party. Lovely, everyone will enjoy that. Anyway, whilst everyone's very excited, we're going to queue up a whole bunch of organs for removal. But just look at how happy all of our colonists are after we've just murdered one of them in a public execution and also harvested almost all of their organs. The interns love working at Amazon. They think it's great. They arrive with the promises of an internship. Yes, we then steal all of their organs, but they love it. Look at how happy they are. None of them are complaining. They all enjoy losing their organs. Now, the thing is, we pretty much have a source of infinite wealth because just down the road from us is a colony here, and this colony apparently completely happy to buy organs from us. Look at that. They'll take livers, lungs, kidneys, hearts, you name it, they're happy to have it. Oh, and actually that one was also fun. Okay, fantastic. We also get a new friend. It's a space pirate called Fugly. Right, Fugly has just joined our colony, and they've naturally just donated their lung and kidney almost immediately. Mentally, of course, they're not too happy because now it's minus 53, my organs were harvested, and they haven't even had time to enjoy one of our legendary parties. But that's okay because they won't. We're going to harvest the final organ, the heart, the ultimate organ. Why is that? Well, because we can create something very special using hearts. We can make organic tea. That's right, it's the forbidden tea Yorkshire Tea doesn't want you to know about, and it's what's granted me my long-lasting immortality. And there we go. Fugly has sadly died. What a devastating shame. And now we're going to make ourselves some lovely tea. Here we go. Valencia's cooking it up. It's going to be an absolute treat, ladies and gentlemen. Refreshing, tasty, wonderful Yorkshire tea. There you go. Look at that stuff. Oh, Igor's actually going to go and try some. There you go. You consume some Yorkshire tea. What do you think of the dubious heart tea? You'd love it. Plus 16 mood. Who doesn't love organic tea? It's the source of all happiness in life. Anyway, we're about to almost finish off our final form of research. It's entirely up to Miranda, who's going to start her day off right by enjoying a lovely tasty cup of tea and then immediately hopping on to finish off the research that is going to grant us the orbital comms table. And wabam, we've done it. Microelectronics have been researched. We can now place down the comms console and put next to it an orbital trade beacon. And there we go, the trade beacon is up, and fantastic, an orbital exotics goods trader has arrived, which means we can just have a lovely chat with them and sell them all of our wonderful organs. Well, bam, we've got 2 kidneys and 5 lungs. Let's sell those bad boys. That's 1,700 silver. Lovely stuff. Using that, we could buy whatever we like a giant marble grand sculpture or a psychic insanity lance. Heck, we could even buy a heart and make more tea. Actually, that's a great idea. Let's do exactly that. And with that new heart, we've got fresh tea on the menu. There we go. Tasty organic tea. Lovely stuff. I think our colony on average will get through about 2 hearts a day worth of tea, which is quite magical indeed. But hey, as long as I can keep coughing them up, they'll still be happy. Speaking of which, it's time that we actually summon a new heart out of thin air. So let's do a ritual. Everyone, let's make ourselves happy. Although, speaking of which, everyone is ridiculously happy at the moment. And it was an unforgettable party. Fantastic stuff. New colonist has arrived. Megumi. Hello there, Megumi. What have you got? Have you got a clean bill of health? Yes, you do. No outstanding medical conditions. You're just an 18-year-old abandoned child. The perfect person to become an intern. Now go lie down in your bed and prep yourself for your lungs to be harvested. So here's exactly what we're going to do. First, we're going to take Megumi's lung, then we're going to take her kidney, then we're going to administer a smoke leaf joint, and then finally we're going to nab her heart. So begin the process, doctor. Wham bam, that is the first organ. Lovely. We're then going to have a lovely cup of tea. Well, everyone loves organic tea. We're even going to administer, we're going to feed organic tea to Megumi. There you go. You get a nice tasty bit of tea. We're going to be making some of that out of you. Now we're going to go for the kidney. Anyway, Megumi's about to be administered her last rites. Even despite the fact that we've taken 2 of her organs, she is still at a net positive of happiness. But now it is time for the final operation. The one that all interns aspire to. The promotion from lifehood to deathhood. Also known as give us your heart, mate. Such a wonderful, glorious procedure it is. In comes the doctor, and without further ado, out goes the heart. Lovely. Well, sadly, she tragically died in surgery. We all knew her very well, of course, and by that I mean not in the slightest. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most optimal way of harvesting organs. Yes, you could try and capture people, but then you actually risk killing those people you're trying to capture. Maybe you don't get enough organs. Maybe the people you're trying to get organs from are injured. That would be terrible. There are, of course, a million ways you can still use the dance party exploit. For example, you could gain infinite faction goodwill and continuously call them to aid. raid whenever you need support in a raid. Alternatively, you could use the infinite colonists, maybe with a different mod, to set up outposts and generate infinite resources. If you want to see how that turns out, go check out the Grim Cleaper on YouTube. He's actually done an entire run of it. It's fantastic, and it's almost perfect, because sadly he didn't harvest any organs. What's the point of being able to summon infinite colonists if you can't take away their goddamn kidneys? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want us to continue this colony and see how many organs we can harvest, then by all means we can do. Heck, we could even continue the lovely Amazon workshop as a live stream. Now that would be fun. So if you want to make sure you know when that happens, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. A huge thanks to all of my amazing Patreons and YouTube members whose generous cash donations help this channel. Thank you very much, you lovely sausages. And hey, if you sat there wondering what video to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now, hand chosen by myself to be absolutely perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a lovely day, and goodbye for now.